Get some weed. I got a story to tell. I'm Ev Outlaw, and I am a contemporary women's fiction writer, or what I like to affectionately call chocolate chick lit. I have a book that comes out on April the 29th. It's called When Ericka Woke Up, and it's the story of a woman who spends all her time waiting on a man and what happens to her as a result. I am also a cannabis consumer, and I am a newly disabled person. I don't like to say that, so I'm going to say a newly disabled person that's hopefully it's temporary. Anyway, I suffer from a condition called CIDP, which stands for chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. In rich dummy terms, that means that I have an autoimmune condition that is attacking the covering on the nerves of my peripheral nervous system, which causes me to have extreme numbness and tingling in my hands and feet. But we can talk about all that at a later date on another video if you want. But right now, let's just get into this story. So, Erica is a 30 something year old single parent. She's living her life, she's doing her thing, she's going to work, she's taking care of her kid. And she's got this boyfriend that she's been dealing with off and on for the last 6 years, Maurice. Maurice is kind of there, but he's not there. He comes around when he feels like it. He puts her on the back burner all the time. And she just feels like, well, if I just kind of hang around a little bit longer, if I just give him time to do his thing, to live his life or whatever, he'll finally, decide that he want to start doing right and he want to play a more active role in a relationship. So she makes the decision to just kind of wait it out. Besides, she's got another friend that she kind of talks to on the phone when she can't find Maurice. His name is Desmond. Did I mention to you guys that Desmond is married? But that's a whole nother part of the story. Anyway, Erica's waiting for Maurice to get his act together. Just a little more time. I'll just give him a little more time. But here's the problem, you guys. The problem is we think that we have time. We spend all our free time that we should be doing more productive things and seeking more productive relationships, more productive activities that's going to benefit our lives. We forego all of that to waste time on things and on people who are not benefiting us. And then something happens and we run out of time. And a lot of times we end up with regrets. So in this story, we find that Erica does not have as much time that she thinks that she has to wait on Maurice to get his act together. And when her time nearly runs out, now she got to make some pimp decisions. So, in a nutshell, that is the book. What inspired me to write this book was it's kind of loosely based uh, on a real relationship that I was in back when I was in my 20s and in my 30s. And I had to make some pimp decisions too. When I started writing this book, I started writing it because my boyfriend at the time did not do what I wanted him to do for my birthday. And I was bored at work one day and mad because I had a rotten birthday because he didn't do what I wanted him to do. And I decided to sit down at my desk and instead of doing my work, I decided to write my birthday over. And by the end of the workday, I had 4 chapters. I gave it to one of my girlfriends and said, hey, I don't know what this is, but read it and tell me what you think. She said, okay, give me a couple of weeks. I read slow. She called me back about 3 days later and said, I got one question. And I said, what? She said, and then what happened? That was in the early 2000s. And so that's where Erica and Maurice's relationship was born. And that's where the love triangle between Erica and Maurice and Desmond was born. So that's just a little bit about me. and a little bit about what I do and what I like and a little bit about my book. If you like this video, then come back again and I'll share with you some more.